Hey guys, it's Nettuno here with another video. I'm going to answer some common questions from people who are just starting out in sports trading. I will also answer an email from Alan who wrote me about how to manage a small bankroll and how to have emotional control and how to stay motivated. So pay attention because this video is going to get really interesting right after the opening. Let's go. Well, let's get to it. Let me open up Alan's email here to show you guys. I'll just reduce the size. That's it. So now that I have Alan's email open here on the screen, let's read it. Alan Villa says, before reading his email, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave that like, please, and let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. Please, we really need this interaction on the channel. Okay? Okay. Let's read Alan Villa's email. Very common questions here. Good evening, Nettuno. Hope all is well. First off, congratulations on da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, I don't know if my topic is so much about emotional control as it is about motivation. I really like how you talk about the fact that you started off from buying a tablet and then you evolved, but enough talking. Let's get to business. I would like to paint for you the following image using Trader A and Trader B. Trader A has 10,000 in bankroll. Trader B has 100 Brazilian reals. Both work in the same way and get 10% of the bankroll in a given month, while one earns 1,000 in a month. The other makes 5 Brazilian reals. How can Trader B stay motivated to keep fighting and struggling to evolve? How to control, for lack of better words, or how to motivate yourself to keep going strong in the sports trade market. I hope you managed to understand me. I would love for you to discuss this topic in a video. If you already have it on your channel, please send me the link. Well, thanks, Alan. That was very interesting, and I'm making this video because of that. So Alan's question is extremely common, and I'm here to answer it, guys. How do I work with a small bankroll? I just started out, and I have 100 Brazilian reals. I earn 10% on it, so that leaves me with 10, and it weighs in my pocket. First, let me say something. If you're a beginner, there's something that you can't do. Don't make the mistake of thinking, my bankroll is small, so that's the reason why I'm not winning. If my bankroll were bigger, I would win. No, and no. The truth is, if you lose money with a bankroll of 100, imagine 1K, 10K, right? So, if you don't know how to trade in sports, and you will always have the same results regardless of the size of your bankroll. It's not the bankroll that will make you money. It's no use for you to get here and put $100 in thinking that it'll pay off on your own. If you're a beginner, please don't take your 401 and shove it somewhere without it ever making money for you. It just doesn't work like that, right? It's not a fixed income that you put in and earn something like 0.7% every month. That's just not how it works in sports trading. So don't make that mistake. Never put in money that you may need tomorrow. If you lose that money in the market or to me, I will not return it to you, understand? So guys, don't make that mistake. Let's do this small bankroll. So you have a bankroll of 100 Brazilian reals. So I started off with a bankroll of $100. But back in those days at the conversion rate, it was basically about, so how did I grow my bankroll? Well, first I went crazy with these 100 reals bankrolls. Put in 100, I lost it. I put in another 100, I lost it again. I think there were about 5 or 6 losses. If I would have put more down, would have been the same result. So what made me? I'll tell you, my experience. That's what helped me break out of this small bankroll. Although sometimes it grew, I always give it back. And then I continued. So that was a cycling method. That's what got me out of this small bankroll and put me into a bigger one. A bankroll above 1K, 1,000, and then I recycled this method over and over again. The bankroll grew a lot until one day I started to abandon the cycle method and I started to trade, focusing more on the entry amount and not on the purpose of the input which defines the cycle method. The cycle method is not a bankroll leveraging method. The bankroll leveraging method, that's how you force your way in. It's not. If bankroll leveraging is what makes bankrolls grow, then any method will be the leveraging method. It's an aggressive method where you separate 10% from the bankroll, and in each entry, you seek 5% of those 10%. That is 0.5 for the bankroll. It seems like little, but it's extremely aggressive. I can finish in 20 days, 15 days, doubling the bankroll with that 0.5 disposition target. Your exposure is the 10% in the case that you have assumed to do it. I'm not going to go into the cycling methods here too much. There are several videos here on the channel about it. So please take a look. This is one of the ways that I went from this small bankroll to a larger one. So let me give you an idea. It's going to take you some time to learn how to trade. It's going to take time to create your methods. It's going to take time for the business to start moving, maybe months, maybe years. Let's say you've been running for a year and a half. Now, yes, you're already consistent, right? You've been consistent for about 8 months. You win, win, win. Perfect. You don't need to get out of red anymore. You don't get angry when you get a red card anymore. You don't get happy when you get green. You're already on another level. So maybe it's time for you to make a contribution. I'm usually against contributions, but when your bankroll is small and you're feeling that the time is not worth the return on the money that it gives you, although the percentage is high, make a contribution. Make a contribution. I would never have told you about this type of investment issue if I had recorded this video about a year and a half ago. But there was this one student of mine, very good at trading, a guy that does everything very well in life. He was about, 50 years old, very well off. And he was trying to trade with a small bankroll of about 100 and failed again and again. He knows a lot of people that, he has a lot of contacts. Several people he socializes with, they do very well in sports trading. But he got left behind. He would come and talk to me, and I would let him know, hey man, if you're losing with 100, it will be the same result with whatever number. He would try again, lose 100 after 100 after 100, and he asked me for several times, why can't I make a contribution? And I always said no, 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 until one day he didn't listen. One day he didn't take my advice, and then when he put a lot of money down in his sports trading, and then he came back to me saying, so Nettuno, look here, I made a deal that you won't like. I put a lot more in. And I said, okay, but it's your money. But it's just a little idea that I put in your ear. But then he said, Nettuno, it's working now. I'm finally managing to earn money in trading. When he had a small bankroll, small for him, because money has different value and weight for everyone. The bankroll he had was so small for him that he traded away willy-nilly. He just didn't care, if you catch what I'm putting down. He did everything wrong because he viewed the money as small and insignificant. But the moment that he put down some real money, not money that would make him shit in his pants, but really throw down an interesting amount, he started to have more responsibility with his entries. When it was time for him to get out, he left. When it was time for him to go in, he went in. And then the trading started to work for him. This is the only case that I know of someone who contributed a large amount and managed to improve with it. The common pattern with this type of investment, many are not yet ready to make a contribution like that and continue to lose money. Do you understand? I think I managed to explain it good enough, but it's like this. The stakes are high in sports trading, and in these moments, things are very delicate. Okay? So if you make an external contribution, man, the chances that you'll get it wrong are very high. You'll only know the right moment to make a contribution looking at your past, okay? See, it's like if you know how to do it, you know your goals. If X happens, you'll do Y. And if something's working and giving you a profit, maybe now's the time to make the contribution, right? But if you don't have this past profit, your contribution is very likely, very likely, that you only increase the size of your racks, okay? Got it? So I hope I didn't confuse you more than I clarified here in this video. So for me, I'm suggesting the cycle method. Test it. A lot of people will say, Nettuno, will the cycle method work for everyone? No, nothing works for everyone, okay? It's not the method, it's the person. And a lot of people say, oh, Nettuno, I tried that method and it didn't work for me. I say, cool. But how many times did you try it? 1. Damn, man, you give up too easily. Try a second time, a third, and so forth, with a small amount, okay? You don't want to start off the cycle method with a lot of money. A lot of people go, I'll start with 1K, with 10K. Of course not. Stop. It won't work. I'm sure it won't work. And if you're going to try this for the first time, because from 1K to cycle 5, man, liquidity is absurdly different. Okay, you won't even be able to make the same entry. Dude, you want to test it? Okay, take 5% of bankroll, separate these 5% with that 5%, and then do the method. My suggestion for those who are at this stage right now, for those who already have a little knowledge of the market, you already know how to play, you already know what to look for, and you still have a small bankroll, and you don't want to make a contribution. Before making this contribution, try the cycle method. Maybe it'll help you or not. I don't know. Each one has their own outcome. I think I ended up getting a little off topic, but I think I was able to clarify a little and to answer Alan Villa's question. Well, that's it, guys. Let us know in the comments if you agree or not. Like the video, hit the bell, and much love and hugs to everyone. And with any other video suggestions, write it here too, because sometimes I get a lot of messages through the channels, the media, So a hug for everybody, and I will see you later.